friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Sunday, October 19th, 2025. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here spending part of your day or your evening with me. I am so sorry I did not film yesterday. I forgot to tell you that I was with a friend most of the day. It was kind of a last minute thing, and we just kind of hung out for the day, so it was great. It was beautiful weather. Today is rainy, which I love. So that's where it was yesterday. I forgot. Well, I guess I was gonna say I forgot to tell you, but like I didn't know about it either. It just kind of came up throughout the week. So anyway, that's where I was yesterday. But we're here today for a Sunday video, which feels a little strange to me anyway. Anyway, thank you all so much for your well wishes on my last video with the migraines. Seems like a lot of us get migraines, which is, I'm so sorry if you suffer from migraines. They are not fun. But I did feel a lot of validation because I talked about how I had a migraine. My last video, I had a migraine on that Friday, I think. And then the Saturday, I said, I feel like I have that like migraine hangover. And a lot of you said, yes, like I know what you're talking about, which was really validating. And I can't remember who, but somebody commented and said, you know, your body goes through trauma when you have that migraine. And so it makes sense that it takes, you know, a day or two for you to kind of recover from that trauma of the migraine. And I had never thought of it that way. So thank you so much. I'm feeling much better. Even though I was outside most of the day yesterday, I was really tired. I did have a really bad headache because I probably wasn't drinking enough water. But it did not turn into a migraine. I think I caught it in time. So that's great. All right, so let's get into the stitching. Okay, so my 25/7 piece, which somebody had asked on the last video too, what is 25/7? So 25/7, there are a lot of variations of it. The one I do is through Melanie Watkins Soulful Stitcher on Facebook, where you stitch on something, a piece, 25 minutes a day, or you put in 25 stitches a day, 7 days a week. It's just to make a little bit of progress on a particular piece. There are different versions. Some people do 30 minutes. There's, you know, I don't know. There's various versions of it online. I do the 25/7. My 25/7 piece for this month is by Artsy Housewife, Cats and Cocoa. Isn't this so cute? I love it. I think it's so super cute. So I put in about 25 minutes a day. Sometimes it's a little more. Sometimes it might be a little bit less. I am stitching this on a 32 count Hot Cocoa Lugana by Bestitch Me. This butterfly's in the super wrong place. It's supposed to be way up here. I'm not sure what I did with my counting. It's fine. It's not very big. So I'll just have to take that out and move it up here. But look how much, I did a lot of white stitching this week. There is one color missing in the eye. I need to place an order for some more color. I'm missing like a few colors from like 3 or 4 different pieces and I just need to place an order to get them in. But so I did a bunch of the white. And you can see it's looking kind of funny because you'll see on the chart, like I'm focusing kind of on the white. So when there's white and other darker colors around the white, I do the white first. I know some people do it the opposite, but I like doing the white first and then the dark. I go lightest to darkest because I worried that if I do the dark, like his dark spot there first, when I do the white, it will pull the dark thread into the white. So I do white first. So it's looking like it kind of has a funny neck, right? Because like this tan spot is not filled in yet. So it's looking kind of like a elongated neck. But this is great because this is perfect for 25/7 because like I'll do a couple strands of white and then, you know, I'm done. That's my 25 minutes really. And so like I'm not quite at the point where I'm sick of doing white for 3 hours, which is usually, I try to make my stitching session 3 hours. It's been between 2 and 3 this semester just because I'm teaching so much, which I think is going to become permanent. So anyway, that's all right. It's all good. It's a good thing. So that is Cats and Cocoa, and I'm so excited. I think this is such a perfect fall piece. I really do. I love it so much. By the Artsy Housewife. Okay, then I worked on, so this was my new start. This is Peekaboo let's see who the designer is. The designer is Tempting Tangles. Oh, Deborah, Tempting Tangles. So Peekaboo. Now, this is in an older magazine. It is in Just Cross Stitch, volume 29, issue 5. This is what the cover looks like. It's the September-October 2011. But check the Tempting Tangles website to see if they have it as an independent pattern. That's what I would suggest. And I think, Kim, you started this as well. So I did a center start on this. And I did a bunch of it doesn't look like much. I did a bunch of these, what do you call it? You know what I mean? Coming out of the pumpkin. And then I have just started, again, here's like a bunch of the white, right? Like I just started the top of that spooky ghost. It's so spooky, you guys. Anyway, and I am stitching this on a 32 count Spellbound by Under the Sea. It calls for black, but I didn't want to stitch it on black. It's kind of hard to see. The lighting, it's raining out right now. So there's many colors. So this is the top of the ghost. And then I just did the little things coming out of the pumpkin. This, I don't know, it's like steam or something. The magic coming out of the pumpkin. So this is 2 sessions worth. I mean, there is a lot of counting in this part, honestly. So this is 2 sessions worth. And this is counting for my theme for Magazine Monthly Challenge. The theme for this month is Under Pressure. And I said because the stars remind me of diamonds. Somebody else said, or the pumpkin was under pressure, and then this is the stuff coming out of it, which is also a good point. But that counts for the theme, and then it also counts for the G Engage, which is the cross stick for this month, because of the ghost. So I think this will get one more day before I put it away in October. October is flying by. I feel like I say that every month, but it's so true. So this is where we're at. 32 count Spellbound by Under the Sea fabrics. Okay. Next up is Cat Alphabet for my Gridiron Grind. So my Steelers, so I'm using the Steelers for Gridiron Grind, and I'm doing 10 stitches per point, regardless of if they win or lose. The Steelers played twice this week, which kind of caught me off guard a little bit, but so they played on Sunday, last Sunday, and then they played on Thursday. They had a Thursday game. So I am using Cat Alphabet. This is artwork by Irina Garmashova, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I am like on the H and going into the A. That's where I'm at in that first block. This is what it looks like from afar, and then I'll pull it closer. So the Steelers, the last Sunday's game was against Cleveland Browns, and we won 23-9. So that means I had 230 stitches. And so I did a lot of work in this H and some of the gaps. And then you can see the A here is starting to come in. And then when I pull it out next, which will be today, I'll do this little space in between and work on the A. So I did put in 232 stitches, and it is now at 5.49% done. Then on Thursday, they played Cincinnati. So they played the Ohio teams, I guess, this week. And they lost. It was such like a hard, like I didn't get to see the game, but I get updates on my phone. They lost 31-33. It was a very close game. So I need to put in another 310 stitches today, which is going to take a while. Probably 2.5 hours, depending on how much confetti. Like some of these have a lot of confetti, so which just slows me down, but it's all got to done. So all got to get done. So you can kind of start to see the top of the B, alpha, B, and the E, T. So my goal is to do the word alphabet. So I'll say Cat Alphabet, and then I'll come back over here and start working kind of this. We're only in week, I don't know what week we're in, but we're pretty early in the season. Week 6, maybe 7. We're pretty early in the season because there's like 18 weeks of games. So I think we'll get the alphabet done. I think we'll get the word done anyway. So that's Cat Alphabet. Like I said, we are now at 5.49% done. And I need to put in another 310 stitches today. They are not playing today since they played on Thursday, so that's good at least. But 310 stitches is quite a lot for me. We haven't done that. We haven't had that many. Let me just check. Let me check my notes, folks. Yeah, this is week 7. The last time I had to put in that many stitches was week 1 when they scored 34 points. So it was 340. So it's been a while. Okay. Next up is, of course, for Seasonal Sunday, Autumn Montage. So Autumn Montage, this is what it will look like. This is artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts. And we are moving towards this little clump of acorns right there. So this is what it will look like. So we are moving right along. And this is where I got to. So I put in 425 stitches and we are now at 7.30% done. This is part of it is cut off. It's hidden under the Q-snap there. Where did I work? I think I worked up top here. I think I finished some stuff down here and then I went up to the top. Because I'm filling in that leaf there. Like you see that leaf there, and then we're getting close to this little thing of acorns right here. So you can kind of see that outline right there. So we are moving quite along. 425 stitches is pretty good. So that must have meant that there was a lot of like kind of one color stitching that I was able to get done. I know I pulled this border across. That helped a little bit. And you can see kind of some of the stitches in there. So I'm going to now that this is kind of over, I'm going to go back up to the top and work down because I'm like kind of going vertically across. So that is where we are at with Autumn Montage. This will also come out today. We're going to get a lot of stitching in today. Good thing it's a rainy day. I do have to clean the kitchen and do some laundry, but other than that, I should be able to stitch. It's only like 9:20 and I've already gotten gas and got my groceries, so I'm doing well. I went to bed early yesterday, and I got up early, so that helps too. Okay, so that's Autumn Montage, and then my kind of whip of the week, if you will, what I focused on was, this is the 2nd September Whip Go Call. This is Christmas Dinner by Starburst, and I'm working on the Santa. So I started over here, and I have all the background, and then I went down to the front. The front is this is all done, except there's a bunch of beads that goes into it, which I'll do at the end. Sorry about the glare. Then I'm working on the Santa, and then I haven't done this part of the background yet. So this got 4 days, 12 hours. Would you like to see it? So again, I'll show you from afar, and then I'll pull into the whole thing. So this is what it looks like. You can see where I distinctly stopped working on the background. So I got a ways to go on that background, but I worked on the Santa the whole week, really. We worked on Santa. This is on a linen 32 count vintage smoky white, I think. So all the holes you see are where beads will go. There's some Krynic that goes in there, which I haven't done yet. And then you can't really see, there's some fuzzy stuff. Literally, it's called fuzzy stuff for his beard and his cuff there. It's hard to see because it's on white linen. What I do when I work with you can't really tell that it's fuzzy because I haven't brushed it yet, and I probably won't till it's framed. But I do a half cross, my bottom cross in regular just DMC white, and then I only do the top cross in the fuzzy stuff. And that seems to work pretty well, except my eyes have a really hard time seeing half crosses if I'm doing the whole thing. That's part of the problem with the background, is I should have just done the background in full crosses, but I didn't, and I'm not going back and redoing all that. I don't know why my brain just can't, it just can't understand it when something is just a half cross. So what I think I would do next time, I'm not going to go back because this is almost done, but is I would just do the full cross in white and then a layer of the fuzzy stuff in just the top, like go over the top stitch and fuzzy stuff. And that will make it puff out a little bit more. It will be thicker than the rest of your stitches because you're doing 3 layers instead of just 2 or 1, whatever you stitch on. But that's kind of the point of the fuzzy stuff. Anyway, so we are almost done with Santa. I mean, except for we have to finish his beard and his face, but his body is basically done. There's some Krynic in there that needs to go in. You can see his little feed pack here, feed sack. So yeah, so we got a lot done this week on Santa. There's also a bunch of back stitching in him that I haven't done yet. This is now going away for the year. So that was my last call on him for WHIPGO for 2025. So again, this is where we're at. He is going to on my year of whips for next year. Melanie came out with a video. Melanie, the Soulful Stitcher on Flosstube. I will try to remember to link her down below. She came out with a video and she explained a year of whips for 2026, which means she's doing it again, which I'm so happy about. Thank you, Melanie. And you choose 6 whips by January 18th. You have to have the starting point pictures up by January 18th over at the Soulful Stitcher. And your goal, if you want to be entered to win the prize, you have to finish half of them, half of whatever you choose. So if you choose 6, the minimum is 6. So you would finish 3 things. I don't know yet. I know this one is going to go on my year of whips because I just really want it done. But so I did that 4 days this week, and that completed my September WHIPGO. So I am now caught up through September. I do need to do the 2 October ones, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But this is my WHIPGO board so far. So I have a WHIPGO across here and one down here finally. So I have 2 bingos for WHIPGO. So I'm excited about that. It's kind of hard to see with the stickers, but the stickers are fun. So that is that. So that was WHIPGO. And then, because yesterday was Saturday, I did pull out Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. This is by Carriage House Samplings. I always do that. It's upside down. And I am on block 5 over here. And I'm working from the bottom up. And it's a lot. Let me just tell you, it's a lot. And it's also in my Q-Snap Cricut, so it looks really funny. But I spent the whole evening working on this blue fill-in. It's 9:24, I think. And I'm almost done filling this all in. But that's what I did. I just did the fill-in. So we're getting there. We're getting close. Again, I'm running out of this color. So I'm going to need to, that's like one of those colors I need to add to an order. So I'll probably place that order today because this will come out one more time, I think, this month, next week. Because I usually can't stitch on Halloween because I'm busy answering the door. So I don't usually get any stitching done because it's like a lot of hopping up and down. So, yeah. So that is where I'm at with that. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So it's fun. So those are all my stitching. Now, I forgot to pull my haul over, so I'm going to pause you real quick and go get my haul, and then I'll be right back. So, oh gosh, these are really pretty colors. I just opened the package. This is my last Fat Quarter Shop kind of thread of the month club. So this is Classic Colorworks. Look at those fun colors. This is for October. So I did stop. So I get the Classic Colorworks and the Weeks Dye Works, and I did stop them just because I mentioned this last week. I wanted to use that money for fabric, quilting fabric. I'm in a couple subscriptions for the quilting fabric, so I just had to readjust that money. Unfortunately, it's not an endless supply of money, but so these are the colors. So we're up to the R's. So that's good. They're gorgeous together. I like just that turquoise and pink together. I think is so, so pretty. So that's that. So that will be great. And I'll just pick up the others when I can because I want to complete the set. And then Dirty Annie sent me, this is the next in the series of Nutcracker Forever. This is Chinese tea. And she sends me 2 each month, one for me and one for you. So we will do that in a giveaway in a little bit. But yeah, so that's my haul. And then plans. I think this will be a pretty quick video, but my plans are I'm going to continue on with 25/7 which is Cats and Cocoa. Autumn Montage we're going to work on today, of course. Cat Alphabet, of course, we're going to work on. We're going to get our 310 stitches in, hopefully today. We'll see what we could do. And then we're going to start, so we're caught up on Whip Go for September, but we haven't started October yet. So we're going to start October. And our first October call is Elegant Pumpkins, which is in the same magazine as Peekaboo. Right, this one, which I actually ordered this magazine for Elegant Pumpkins, which is this one. So this is going to get, I think this is also going to go on my Year of Whips next year because it's just time to get it done. You know what I mean? So this is going to get 12 hours this week, hopefully. I'm stitching this on a 32 count willow green linen, and it's come out once already, and we got a lot of that back pumpkin done. The front pumpkin was mostly done previously. But so this is where we're at. And we still have 2 more pumpkins to go. Like, I still have to finish up this back. This one isn't done. And then there's this one. And this is the smallest one. So I guess it's good to leave that for last. I mean, this is an example of, like, I've been working on this forever. But also, it doesn't take that long once you work on it consistently. So this is going to be on my Year of Whips for next year because it's also a very old piece, and I just want it done. So this one and Christmas Dinner are both really old pieces. So we're going to work on this for Whip Go. It's also both of the E's in Engage for the Magazine Monthly Acrostic for Elegant Pumpkins. So we're going to work on that. And then Peekaboo we're going to work on. Again, that one will count for the N and Engage for a new start, even though it was a new start at some other time. Like, it was a new start this month anyway. So that is what we're going to work on. I think that's everything. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great week, and I will see you all next week. Bye.